And good evening and welcome to Edinburgh at the southern tip of Texas to bring you exciting USL Championship soccer. And tonight's game pits the Rio Grande Valley Toros against the Loudoun United FC. And it's good to have you with us. I'm Mark May with Brian Smith coming to you from beautiful HEB Park here on ESPN Plus. And Brian, who are our players to watch tonight?
Starting with visiting Loudoun FC. Look at this guy right here, Ted DiPietro. He has been a force for them on the offensive side, able to play a little bit forward from the midfield. He leads the team in chances on the season, 25 chances created. He's kind of that engine that's going to get that offense set. So when the ball finds his feet, keep a real close eye because he is the mark that will get that offense started. And as we've talked about at length this season, a team that can have that centralized player that can feed things really goes a long way to getting the offense started. On the opposing side, for the Toros, it's Christian Sorto, a guy we've had a really close eye on all season, and he has been nothing short of spectacular over the last several games. He's got 3 assists in the last 4 games. He's toward the top of the team with 3 goals, 4 assists overall on the season, and he's just a very quiet but dynamic player out there on the pitch. Keep your eyes on him because he does those little things that make the Toros so successful. Digging a little deeper, let's take a look at our starting lineups in this one, presented by Reliant Energy. Keep an eye on the keeper there for Loudoun FC, Jermaine Forda. He has 2 clean sheets. In fact, he had a clean sheet just 3 matches ago. He is kind of that heart to that defense. If he's having a strong game and can distribute across the defense, that can go a long way to helping Loudoun FC find some success. Also, the forward, Giovanni Boulevard, leads the team in goals right now, and he has been a revelation over the last about 180 minutes of play, really starting to come on. You're going to see that happen again here tonight as he sets the tone for their ability to strike effectively. On the opposite side, take a look here at the Toros. Here's that starting group. Tyler Dirk back in goal, second time back, getting back in the rotation for the Toros after missing a couple of matches with injury. Look out a little bit deeper. Juan Carlos Azocar has been a dynamic force for them, 6 goals on the season. And then the goal leader, Elvis Amo, has got 7 goals. And in fact, he's really come on strong the last 2 games, continuing to put up some big numbers for the Toros. As we continue to dig, here are our keys to the match, presented by A-Max Auto Insurance. For Loudoun, it's going to be about keeping that ball in front of them. What we're talking about here is Loudoun's a team that tends to kind of have gas going forward. They put their foot down, they drive, but if they let that ball get behind them, it's really hard for them to stay in formation and keep that aggressive play going. So they've got to keep the Toros directly in front of them, keep a defender directly on the attacking play. If they do so, it helps them stay in system and it helps them to work through some of the jitters that have plagued them this season. For the Toros, it's going to be a full 90 minutes of play. The Toros are one of these teams that has 10, 15, 20-minute bursts where they're really strong, but they can't allow a lull to overcome them because a lull is where they've shown themselves to be a little bit vulnerable to stronger attacks.
And there we see the 2 head coaches on the left, Wilmer Cabrera, head coach of the Toros, and on the right, Coach Ryan Martin in his 3rd year as head coach of Loudoun United. Just a few moments away from kickoff. We're going to take a short break, be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN Plus.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 off-site COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow,
creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy and then it's spicy and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I could see myself getting this every time I come here.
They're gonna go crazy for this thing. The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back, and it's only for a limited time.
And we're back here at HEB Park, just seconds away from kickoff. The Rio Grande Valley Toros in the white will be kicking off, the white jerseys with the blue shorts, and Loudoun United on your right side wearing the maroon with white. You see our injury report there, Brian?
Yeah, Loudoun doesn't have anyone out for this one. Full roster available. The Toros will be without Aitor Lopez and Kyle Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards, one of their forwards. And Aitor Lopez, a midfielder. We're underway here at HEB Park. By the way, both teams have struggled a little bit as of late. The Toros have picked up only 1 point in their last 5 matches. So you know that they'll be itching to get a win here tonight. Loudoun United has 4 points in their last 4 outings. They've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 2 coming in here tonight.
It's interesting to watch how that dynamic stretches out across the season. The first 2 weeks of the year, there was no team hotter than the RGV Toros. As we talked about, they've kind of settled into a slight lull here at the midpoint in the season. That's why those 90 strong minutes will be crucially important for the Toros, because when they can put 90 minutes together, they're a very difficult team to beat.
There's Rodrigo Lopez trying to fight for some space. We saw Christian Sorto fight through a couple of defenders to set up Lopez, but Lopez unable to generate a shot as United kicks it out of play. And, yeah, the Toros, you mentioned starting off red hot. They were in first place, had the best record in the league after 3 games, with the only team to get 3 wins out of the block, but have since steadily slipped from first down to second. Now they're in 4th place. But it's a very tight race in that Mountain Division, isn't it?
Yeah, the Mountain Division may be the toughest division in the USL right now, as you've got an El Paso team that's just been streaking. They started off a slight sputter to start the year, and they got hot and have been able to continue it. You got the Toros that have kind of moved in a different direction. They were very hot first 2 weeks of the year. They've kind of cooled down. The Austin Bold have really kind of settled into a nice rhythm for themselves. New Mexico United is playing really well over the last couple of games. So the Mountain Division really could go to anyone at this point, depending on who can find that hot streak in the right moment.
We saw a foul there committed by the Toros, Roberto Albuquerque. The Toros have possession now here in the 2nd minute, trying to set up in the attacking 3rd. Be a Loudoun United ball. Now, Loudoun United, the interesting dynamic about their offense, isn't it? I mean, they don't score much, but they certainly do put a lot of heat on the opposing team's goal, don't they?
Yeah, it's interesting. So they are 29th in goals scored, but they're 5th in shots. So this is a team that, you want to talk about having a wide open offense, they are not afraid to take a shot from anywhere out there on the pitch. They're a team that looks for any space possible to get it off, not afraid to shoot. But it's definitely a story of quantity over quality. What they're not able to find just yet on the year is that consistent, explosive performance where those shots find the back of the net. But to show that anything is possible with this team, look back to just 2 games ago. They put 4 goals up against Indy 11. That's their season high. So they have the ability to break through given the right circumstances.
They are probably, although they've, by their own admission, I'm sure have had a down year, have been playing maybe their best ball as of late. They're coming off a shutout loss to one of the top teams in the league, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Game that was played 12 days ago. So usually teams don't take that much time off, but sometimes it happens with little quirks in the schedule. So we'll see how soon they can get their rhythm going here tonight.
Certainly their best 5-game stretch of the season thus far. And even leading before that 4-1 win under Indy 11, they had played a couple of really strong performances before them. They went to a 0-0 draw against the Charlotte Independence, followed that up with a 1-0 loss to the Charleston Battery. So when you think about it, coming into that match against the Tampa Bay Rowdies, they had only allowed 1 goal in their prior 3 matches.
To Eric Pimentel with the back healer. Sends it out of play, but Loudoun United maintains possession here, trying to set up in the attacking third. So they play it back to Alexion Saravia, playing on the back line. And now the ball sent forward. That's Cudi Pietro, who's trying to get control of it. He's knocked down. Lopez controls for the Toros. And now it's played forward by Albuquerque. And this will be a Toros throw in here after it's misplayed there by Loudoun United's back line.
This is a really good spot for the Toros. Gives them the chance to move some players back into their attacking side of the pitch. That long pass came forward with some real energy, just not able to be kept in by Loudoun United. So now the Toros get a chance to get a small breath, move some guys back over into the attacking third and apply some pressure.
Loudoun United out of Leesburg, Virginia. Loudoun, the name of the county where they play. And this will be the only meeting this year between these two clubs, who are 1,700 miles apart. Loudoun United, of course, competing in the Eastern Conference, the Toros in the Western Conference. There's Sorto, will pass that one off. Now an attack here for the Toros. Lopez to the left side. Gets it to Adrian Vetta. Lopez, the team leader in chances created for these Toros. Now here's Murphy. Murphy, the team leader in assists, so a very good setup man for these Toros. Pimentel, the Mexican veteran, plays it forward where Loudoun United intercepts. Garay with it now. Garay, who's out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Almost lost control there, but to find the ball taken by Griffin Yao. And now some room on the left side. Robert Dambrot. Playing some keep away here. Loudoun United goes back to Dambrot here on the left wing. Trying for the through ball there. Was kicked forward a little bit by Di Pietro, but the Toros able to get control and send it upfield. Albuquerque again gets the Toros out of trouble. And Lopez wearing the captain's armband. Running forward. Lopez from Guadalajara, Mexico. Grew up in the, played in the Chivas organization. Even played for Chivas USA in the MLS.
Some nice effort defensively by Dambrot there. You know, Azokar, very aggressive, very strong-bodied attacking midfielder, and you see a nice job there by Dambrot of not really attacking the ball before it got into a good playable position. Steps back, and then when Azokar just kind of plays it forward slightly, sends it out rather than having to go one-on-one against Azokar and all of that speed.
We saw Lopez trying to set up Elvis Amo just a moment ago. Now Amo has it back at his foot, but he's called for offside. Amo's had a pretty hot foot lately, hasn't he?
He has been spectacular over the last 2 games for the Toros, and we've said that's such a revelation. He was very hot to open the year and then fell into kind of a slow little rhythm there for a second. So to see him warm back up again means some really good things for this offense.
And the interesting thing about him is his scoring in the last 3 games, all 3 goals coming between the 30th and the 40th minute. So we'll kind of keep an eye on him as we get closer to that 30th minute, as I guess his game begins to percolate, and that's when he becomes really dangerous.
That's an interesting spot too when you think about it, Mark, because what that means is he's taking advantage of the opponent's legs probably in their weakest moment. You're approaching halftime, your focus is now on halftime and that rest that's coming, and that's when he strikes.
Jermaine Forta, the goalkeeper for Loudoun United, sends it back. It's going to be the referee wants to throw in, taken again. They send it to Albuquerque here on the right side. Toros trying to get something set up.
The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com.
Long pass by the Toros. Lopez controlling. Chips into the box. There's Amo there with a chance here. As one defender, sends it to the middle, but Loudoun United controls.
That's a great look for the Toros. Just the slightest misconnection. Amo maybe waited half a second too long to try to center that back in. Gave Loudoun United a chance to get a couple bodies, and they're able to spin. It looked like Lopez off the ball as he tried to come set.
And Sorto with a shot, but a save made there by Forta. Florida's first save came in with one of the league leaders. He's busy at 62 saves coming in. You can see this one, no problem for him. Sorto, busy guy. He leads the team in shots. And Florida, of course, with a lot of saves for his club. Both those guys doing what they do best.
And that's exactly the kind of attack you expect to see from Christian Sorto. Steps up from the top side of the box and drives it forward, while the defense is really more focused on the forwards and trying to keep a grasp of what's coming from the wings. Sorto attacks the middle and brings you a strong move and a strong attack right toward net.
And I think of the Toros' goals this year, I think something like 22 of their 30 goals have come from inside the box. So once they get it into the box, that's when they become especially dangerous. Loudoun United with control. They're going to work this back. It's going to go to the keeper, Florida. Florida's out of London, England, by the way. 6 foot, 181-pound keeper. Ten minutes in. So far, the Toros have had the best opportunity. One resulted in a shot. The other one very close to a shot on goal. There's Lopez trying to turn, is grabbed. And I think, yeah, they do call the foul there. I thought the referee might play advantage for a moment, but it's going to be a foul and a free kick for the Toros. So it's Adrian Dispe out of Cuba, plays it forward for the Toros. Juan Carlos Azucar, who's second on the team with 6 goals scored, works it forward. Now the Toros on the move here. Adrian Vetta on the left side. Going to work his way in now to Sorto. Sorto in that area. He's going to chip it into the box. Headed out there. There's a nice little play for Loudoun United. I believe that was Kamari Smith got the header. And now Loudoun United will set up on the Toros into the field. Loudoun United with just 10 points on the season. That's the worst record in the 31-team league. But as you pointed out, Brian, they picked up 4 points in their last 4 games. So probably playing their best ball of the season right about now.
And a good time to do so. The midpoint of the year is where everything starts to kind of grind on a team. So if you can play your best soccer in the middle and carry that into the end, that can go a long way toward making your team into a postseason caliber kind of program.
Long pass intended for Smith will go out. This will be a goal kick here for the Toros. Tyler Derrick, who started most of the games this year for the Toros. He did miss a few due to injury, but is healthy now, back in net. 33 years old, just turned 33 last week, I believe. So happy belated birthday to Derrick. And here's a pass here and a chance here as they move in on Florida. Player goes down, and this is going to be a penalty kick. Penalty kick for the Toros, as Sorto came in there, and now a yellow card being shown to the Loudoun United defender.
Yakaza really got taken down hard there. Timothy Meal for Loudoun, trailing that entire way down. And take another look right here. That's a really nice pass, getting it to the new signee, Yakaza. And Meal just takes his ankles right out, steps on him, and takes him to the pitch. Yakaza's going to need just a second to gather himself after that contact. And that was a really bad spot for Loudoun United to pick up the yellow card and the foul, because Yakaza, who spent early part of this season with the Austin Bolt and showed himself to be a technically very aggressive player, has now given his team a really good look as Elvis Amo is going to stand over the ball.
Now we've seen Rodrigo Lopez take a penalty kick this year that was successful for the Toros. This will be the first one, I believe, taken by Amo. If he's able to score, to be his 4th straight game to score a goal. So Amo staring intently at the ball. Florida in goal. Here's the shot, and it's a goal for the Toros. He wrong foots the keeper, and Elvis Amo calmly scores in his 4th straight game and gets his 8th goal of the year, and it's the Toros on top, 1-0.
Go ahead and call him happy feet. That stutter step sent Florida flying the wrong direction, and all Florida can do is just look over his shoulder and watch that one just dance into the left side of the net. Look at this right here, right on top of it, happy feet, wrong move, and Florida read that just completely incorrectly. Look at the look on Amo's face. You want to talk about selling an attack. That is an Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah, sometimes players mess up their own timing with those kind of moves, but Elvis certainly did it picture perfect there. Get his 4th goal in the last 4 games.
Had the keeper all shook up.
He did. 8th goal of the year, and here might be another one. It's Amo coming in, and Amo knocked down from behind. This will be a foul, but outside the area this time. But again, the Toros with aggressive attacking, and a 2nd yellow card here already on Loudoun United. The first one went to, this one goes to Saravia. The first one had gone to Timmy Mel.
And oddly enough, I think Saravia gets that yellow not for taking Amo down, but it's when he turns around and kicks the ball back at Amo after the foul is called. Taking a look right here, Amo is clearly past him. He pulls him down. You see, he grabs him by his jersey and his shoulder, takes him to the pitch. The yellow card comes right there as he kicks the ball back to Amo. It's a relatively routine foul prior to that.
It's going to be just on the outside edge of the box. So Loudoun United can count themselves fortunate not to give up a 2nd penalty kick here. But they have picked up, 2 players have picked up yellow cards in the last couple of minutes. And now a free kick in a very dangerous position. It's Lopez and Murphy standing over the ball. Both players lead the team with 5 assists apiece. And here Lopez sends it into the box, and it's headed back out, goes to Lopez. He'll try it again. Into the box, Amo there. Got his head on it, just kind of a glancing touch, and Ford is able to pick it up easily.
Not a bad turn of events for the Toros. I think that's the kind of attack you wanted to see there. Rodrigo Lopez has a spectacular skill for putting that ball off the end of his toe and dropping these little chip shots in. That one floats just a touch too far.
Here Murphy able to get the ball, but then loses it out of play, so Loudoun United with the throw in. 1-0 Toros here, thanks to a penalty kick by Elvis Amo. That was picked up by Emilio Icaza, playing his first game for the Toros tonight after playing most of the year with Austin Bold. This ball sent deep into the Toros end by Jeremy Garay. Derek has to come out and play that one. Sorto with a big kick. And Amo's going to be called for offside for the 2nd time.
That's the one thing you have to watch with Elvis Amo. He's got so much energy. He's so aggressive. He has the tendency to take a step or two too far, finds himself on the wrong side of that sideline. And because of that, he is prone to pick up offside. 2nd time you've seen it called thus far.
Yeah, Amo, 29 years old, out of Ghana. 8 goals now on the season. Toros play that out, last touched by Albuquerque, and so Loudoun United with a chance to set something up here. Ball's headed back to Dambrot. Goes out again. Dambrot throws it in once more. Nobody in front of the net at the moment as Dambrot works his way over there. He goes down in a spill, and this will be a free kick in a dangerous spot here for Loudoun United.
See, Dambrot gets tripped up right there. James Murphy doing the best he can defensively of trying to clamp Dambrot down and push him toward that outline. But in the process of doing so, their feet get tied up. You take another look right here. He comes in. Correct? Yeah, that's James Murphy. He tries to cut that angle off, and they end up getting their feet tangled up, so he'll draw the foul. And now Loudoun's got a really good spot for a clean cross.
Yeah, Murphy out of Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Smith overlooking the ball. He's to the right of the ball at the moment. I believe Yao is to the left. One of those two looking to take it. Sorto's the one man in the wall, and Yao takes it. It's headed out by the Toros. And this will go out for a corner kick. It'll be the first of the game for either side.
Watch very many Toros games, you'll know that true fit corner gets a lot of work here at HEB Park. There's a couple of bodies for Loudoun United make their way over there. One of them's Noah Abrams. The other one appears to be Smith.
It looks like Smith is going to take the corner. Sends this in, an in-swinger. Gets all the way through, and Lopez clears it out. That kind of took a dangerous bounce, and look at this. It's going to be a penalty kick awarded to Loudoun United. Several players went down. Eric Pimentel trying to plead his case, but this will be a penalty kick opportunity for Loudoun United.
That is a really tough call. Pimentel and DSP, you see the look on their face, both of them.
Now, Loudoun United hasn't had the most success of what teams would normally expect from the PK spot, would they?
Yeah, just 1 for 5 in PKs. That's a stat no one would be super excited to see, but that can all be put aside right here as Coup de Pietro puts one in the back of the net now, and you start to forget about all those missed PK opportunities prior.
Now, Timmy Mell missed a penalty kick opportunity against Tampa Bay in the last match for Loudoun United. But this will be Coup de Pietro, as you mentioned, Brian, taking this spot kick against Tyler Derrick. There he goes, and it's a goal for Loudoun United, and they've tied it up at 1 here in the 21st minute.
That is a big goal for Loudoun, and Coup de Pietro got to be excited about that performance. And he goes up against Tyler Derrick, who actually read that really well. Moves the right direction, but Coup de Pietro does a nice job of elevating that as Tyler Derrick covers the low and he goes high, able to bury that in the back of the net. And now we are knotted at 1-1.
Boy, that was a superb strike. Great finish there by Coup de Pietro. Upper corner. Unlikely any keeper could have stopped that. And it's 1-1 now here at HEB Park. Both teams scoring on penalty kicks in the opening 20 minutes. Just the second PK goal by both teams this season, I believe. Here's Smith controlling in the left corner. Works around his marker, was trying to work something there with Bolivar, but then is kicked away. Almost touches heavy, but the Toros able to retain control for the moment, now losing in possession in the midfield. Murphy kicks it away from Yao. Garay with control. And then finds Smith. Nice touch there by Smith into the left corner. Here comes the cross, headed out by the Toros. That was Veta who got his head on it. Dambrot plays it forward to Coup de Pietro. Coup de Pietro just got his 4th goal of the season and then commits a foul there. This will be a free kick now for the Toros.
And he and Yakaza get into a little bit of a discussion, we'll call it, directly over the ball. And Yakaza is very likely taking a little bit of umbrage to the fact that his jersey was grabbed and he was spun around well after that play occurred. Words exchanged, but nice job by the referee of running over very quickly, having a quick conversation, asking for cooler heads to prevail.
And speaking of cool, it is anything but cool down there on the pitch. It's been very hot down here in South Texas. Temperatures hovering near 100 degrees in the mid-afternoon most days. And probably still over 90 degrees, I imagine, right now. Here's Amo with a chance in the open field. Working one-on-one, waiting for reinforcements. Has it kicked away from him, and then Loudoun United able to clear it. Goes to Smith now. Smith will go on the move. It's kicked away from him by Asukar. And now coming up is Dispe. Dispe quickly works it inside, and now the Toros work it all the way over to the left side for an attack here. Veta sends it into the box, goes all the way through, and I think they're going to call a foul in the Toros, be a free kick for Loudoun United.
Another look right here. Nice job of elevating that by Veta, trying to chip that into a good spot, but Amo coming up from behind gets that forearm kind of bar into the lower back. That's only allowed in the NBA. USL has not allowed the arm bar just yet, so foul goes against Amo there.
And I think a miscommunication there as the ball goes played out by Loudoun. And this will be a Toros ball. We see Coach Cabrera, head coach of the Toros. This is his second stint as Toros head coach. Back in 2016, he took him to the playoffs. and trying to do that again this year. Toros still in the playoff picture at the moment, beginning tonight in 4th place. Top 4 teams going to the playoffs. And Loudoun right here with a defensive play concedes the corner kick. This will be the first of the game for the Toros. It's kicked out of play by Jacob Green.
And the trip over to the true fit corner for the Toros. So one corner for both sides here in the first 25 minutes.
Lopez, 34 years old, started most of the games that he's played for the Toros. He's been a starter. Often goes the full 90. And here it is, an in-swinger. Amo there, got part of it, and it goes out. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, Amo's a tall player, stands 6'2", often able to get on those headers.
As a general rule, he's 3 to 4 inches taller than any defender that the team puts out there, so that gives him a really good advantage in the spot. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ plus community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forward-forever-proud.
Ball played forward for Smith, who couldn't quite get control before losing it out of bounds. This will be a goal kick for the Toros. It's a nice feed there by Jacob Green. But Smith unable to get control as he was had a couple of defenders right on top of him. The Toros moving it forward. And now stolen back by Loudoun United. Smith played that forward. Icaza, the newest Toro, able to play it over to Lopez. Lopez works it to Sorto now. Sorto down the left side. Didn't see anything promising developing, so he'll play it back, allow the Toros to get more reinforcements forward. (1-1) right now, mid-first half. Toros looking to stop a 2-game slide. Loudoun United looking to win for the second time in 3 games. Here's Smith with it. Smith with a lot of speed, works it forward, gets it to his teammate Cudi Pietro, who has to play it back to Dambra. Cudi Pietro on the touchline will lose it out of play. Last touch by him, so the Toros with the throw-in. Amo chips it forward. Icaza sends it to the middle for Lopez. Lopez will start the attack. Has some room to work with. Goes to Lopez. Lopez trying for the through ball to Asokar. Couldn't quite get that. Loudoun United able to block it. Now we've got a man down, and they're going to stop it for an injury, and I think this is Lopez. Took a hard shot to the middle area.
You're going to look right here. Lopez, he's trying to come back across and get to that full stretch, and see that rebound off of the touch just kind of catches him in the hip.
He's in a lot of pain at the moment. 28th minute right now. We've got goals by Elvis Amo in the 14th minute and by Loudoun United's Cudi Pietro in the 21st. Both penalty kicks, and we were tied at 1. Toros had a chance tonight if they are able to win and their rival San Antonio either loses or draws, then the Toros would leapfrog San Antonio for 3rd place in the Mountain Division. Loudoun United, unfortunately, entering tonight 18 points out of a playoff spot, trailing the Charlotte Independents. So we're back in action now. And Loudoun United trying to get the ball forward. Yao can't control it. Toros steal it back. And we had Timmy Mell, the captain, playing it forward for Loudoun United, playing on that back line. A long ball sent deep. First touch by Veta, and Veta able to kick it out of bounds and concede the throw-in, but did not want to give up the corner.
That's a great play defensively for the Toros. Live to fight another day. Clear that out. Because you're that last line of defense. If you let that ball somehow kind of squib past you, you're not in a good spot to try to challenge that. And then Tyler Derrick's trying to defend the angle.
Jacob Green here with the throw in. Finds Yao, kicked away from him by Dispay. Dispay from Havana, Cuba, 27 years old. Stands 6'3", a tall defender on that back line for the Toros. The throw in to Smith. Smith in trouble, able to play it back out. Green trying to get to it, but Sorto wins the ball from him. Now Sorto will spark the attack. And Loudoun United snuffs that quickly. Long pass over to Dambrot, who's open on the left side. Working into some open space. He'll find Smith now. We talked about Loudoun United generating a lot of shots, almost 15 shots a game. But so far tonight, they just have one, and that was the penalty kick. The Toros defense doing well so far to stifle that attack. Smith charges in, picked up by two markers. Toros steal it back. Kind of a blind pass into the middle. Dangerous there, and now we've got a foul call. It's going to be a Toros free kick.
Lots of limbs and legs flying around there just in the top of the box. Azokar trying to gain control and then clear it forward and gets wrapped up with a couple Loudoun defenders. A quick restart for the Toros.
Azokar has played part of his professional career in Armenia, so I imagine he's been in some physical tussles before.
He is an aggressive player. We've seen it this year. Been able to spark a couple nice rallies for the Toros by just using that aggressive play and working through contact to feed his teammates. And that was an example of how adept he is at doing just that.
And the offside flag has gone up against the Toros, and that'll be their third one here in this half. They're usually not a team that picks up many offside calls, because usually they get one person to kind of bring it forward, like a basketball team on a fast break. But they've had 3 offside calls here tonight. Smith trying to work his way through traffic. Get it forward to Pietro. And now a free kick awarded to the Toros. It's the 6th foul against Loudoun United. East Bay will play this forward. Long ball. Amo is offside again.
It's the right call to be made in that moment. Amo 2 steps ahead of that back line defender, which you've got to always do when you're that streaking player moving forward. Is keep an eye on your opponent. Make sure you stay behind wherever they've established that back line to be, and then you can race. Remembering, typically the defenders are facing the wrong way, so as the offensive player, you've got a natural advantage when you break out of your sprint.
Oh, and they're taking a hydration break at the moment here in the 33rd minute. And this is something we've seen in the USL before, and especially in games in southern climates. Teams taking a hydration break here 2/3 of the way through the first half. We'll probably see another one in the second half. Gives us a chance to check out the lineups and also the schedule.
You take a look at the lineup that started this one for Loudoun United. Ford has had himself a really nice start to this one. We said to keep a real close eye on Pietro, and what happens? Well, he's the one that gets the penalty kick.
You're a player to watch, and he rose to the occasion, didn't he?
Call me Nostradamus.
And, you know, the schedules for these two teams for Loudoun United, I know they've got 3 of their next 5 on the road. Their next game is just 4 days away. That's going to be on Wednesday. And they'll be at home against the Charlotte Independents, a team that they would need to leapfrog if they're going to make a playoff run.
Doing that from home, and then they'll hit the road to face Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So think about this. In the span of 6 days, they'll have 3 games. And you would say, well, that's got to be a rough run for them. But when you think about the fact that they've been on a 12-day rest coming in, so some fresh legs likely will help carry them through that. On the flip side, looking at the Toros, that brutal schedule that they've been enduring continues as they've got to hit the road now. They'll face Colorado Springs next time out.
And that's one of the top offensive teams in the league. Colorado Springs has already beaten the Toros 5-2 in their first meeting this year. And as you saw there, they're going to have back-to-back meetings over the next 2 weekends, one at Colorado Springs and the following at HEB Park here in Edinburgh, Texas. We see Derek spear that one as Loudoun United trying to send an attack toward the far post, but Derek, who stands 6'2", able to come down and grab a piece of that one. So Diaz-Bay with it, looking for a long through ball attempt, trying to get it to Amo, but it's headed away. That was Mel who got a piece of it. Mel, who picked up the yellow card earlier that led to the penalty kick. He leads the team in bookings. That was his 6th yellow this year. It proved a costly one as it led to a goal, but we're all knotted up right now. So still anybody's game. Both teams with something to shoot for, both teams trying to build momentum. So we've entered the last 2 months of the season, kind of the home stretch here. Albuquerque played that one forward to Asokad. Asokad is going to send it into the box for Amo. Amo there trying to get control. He goes down. Ball goes out of play, and they're going to award a corner kick here. Boy, what a pass there.
Talk about putting it on Amo. That was a spectacular pass, and I think it actually surprised Amo how accurate that was from Asokad. That gets to him, catches him right on that inside hip, but fortunate for Loudoun as they had
Timmy Mel
right on top of him. He was ready there to apply some pressure and just prevented Amo from being able to control the ball at his feet and set something.
Yeah, that was a great play by Mel, looking at that replay as he went to full stretch to kick that away from Amos. They send it in, and it's a goal for the Toros. Toros sent it in. Loudoun United protesting, but I think it's 2-1 Toros here in the dying moments of the first half.
Diaz-Bay does a great job of cleaning up the rebound right there in front of the box. As he comes sliding in, is able to get a boot on that. And not for lack of effort, Fordy did a really nice job in net, attacked the first move. Was able to do the best he could to prevent the Toros from just a wide open look at net, but you can't always prevent when you've got somebody doing such a good job of crashing, and Diaz-Bay, right place, right time, was able to crash back into the net.
So I'm not quite certain this is a goal yet. May have been checking for a possibility of offside. I think that might be the call here. Let's see it again. You've got a defender for Loudoun there at the edge of the 6-yard box. I don't see anybody on the Toros who appears to be offside.
The argument they're making is that Diaz-Bay had taken a step too far. You saw the Loudoun defenders start moving forward again. So if Diaz-Bay had slipped past even by a sliver of a toe, you can make the offside call.
Yeah, any part of the offensive player's body, if it's in an offside position, the entire player is considered offside. And you're right, there was a defender stepping forward just beyond the 6-yard line, right about the time Diaz-Bay was moving forward. Hard to tell from that angle if he was onside or not, but the call is offside, and the goal comes off. It's still 1-1.
It's for that very reason that a lot of times when you're in those really close quarters, you'll see the offensive player actually put a hand on the hip of the next closest defensive player to ensure they know exactly where they are, and they keep their body in a position where they're not going to accidentally step too far forward.
Lopez forced to play it all the way back to Albuquerque, and he's going to send it back to his keeper, Derek. That was a terrific touch by Diaz-Bay there on that far post. But nevertheless, we're still tied at 1 here in the first half. Throw in goes to Murphy. And he'll try the left side, and the left back over there, Pimentel. 31 years old, a veteran of several teams from Mexico. I think he started his career with Puebla. He's also played in Guatemala. Loudoun United with control here. Sorto trying to get it back, but I think grabbed the jersey, and this is going to be a foul.
You get another look here. Yeah, nice big handful of jersey there by Sorto.
Garay, the one drawing the free kick there. Dam brought with it at midfield. And he'll find his teammate, Landry Huso. Now we're going to have a free kick again, once for Loudoun United. Each team has 6 fouls in this first half.
Dambrot falls to the turf as Azokar, and we've talked about what an aggressive and physical player Azokar is, and as he comes forward to challenge through the contact, Dambrot finds his way to the pitch.
Dambrot with a nice little pass there to Smith, but it's kicked away from Smith, and the Toros back on the move here. So they stifle another Loudoun United attack before it can generate something. Toros trying to work it forward quickly. Loudoun United touched that last. They'll get the throw in. Azokar is going to come all the way up to take this throw in. Azokar out of Venezuela. Exchanges passes with his new teammate, Ikaza.
Going for the W. Starting next spring, the USL W League, providing increased equality and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to uslwleague.com to learn more.
Murphy tried to work it to Sorto, but it was kicked away from him. Nevertheless, Sorto able to regain possession now. Toros still on the attack. Lopez with a quick pass. Sorto tries the through ball to Azokar. Edge of the box, sends it in. Going to get up to the edge. Lopez with the touch, and it falls to Yao's feet.
And Lopez asking for a handball, and asking is a polite way of putting it. He's adamant that that was touched off of the hand of a Loudoun player. Referee says, okay.
Yeah, duly noted. It looks like a free kick awarded here for Loudoun United. Loudoun United will return to Segra Park on Wednesday. I see the replay. It's going to be Sorto committing the foul.
Sorto trying to put a swim move on there to get around, but ends up dragging the Loudoun midfielder down in the process.
Amo touches it to Lopez, and now here's Ikaza with it inside the box as one defender gets the shot off and a save made by Forda.
What a great job by Forda. Elvis Amo had slipped in behind him, so if Forda misplayed that or tries to punch it, Amo's in a perfect spot to try to bury that back in the net. But Forda clean and sure-handed there.
Yeah, and that was tough because I think Forda was probably screened a little bit by the defender in front of him. Sometimes you can't always get a good look. Sometimes as a keeper you have to kind of squat even lower than you'd like just so you can see under the torso of the defender in front of you. You can see through his legs, see where the ball is.
That's where instincts come in. You got to kind of track the ball with your eyes and assume you can read the direction it's coming for and then pounce when the opportunity presents itself.
Last 3 minutes of the first half. There will be some stoppage time added. Toros play that out, and Loudoun United will throw it in. Or excuse me, it's going to be a Toros throw in. The Toros with possession. Murphy, who's second on the team with chances created behind Lopez, plays it forward. Then it gets worked around all the way to the right side, where Albuquerque comes up and finds Azokar in the attacking half. Ikaza plays it back. Ikaza just 24 years old out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Newest Toro getting the start here tonight. Lopez finds his teammate Veta over on the left side. Veta working against one defender. Tries to work it inside to Amo. Amo couldn't quite get control, and then Loudoun United able to clear it to safety. Murphy will chip it forward. Toros have some numbers up there, but Loudoun United got the touch. Garay with a nice kick. But the Toros still in control here. Ikaza with the through ball. Here's Azokar. Azokar will send it into the middle. Nobody there for the Toros. Loudoun United able to clear it. Comes in again as Sorto shoots, and a save made by Forda.
Forda, his instincts are spectacular. What a great job of reading that through contact. He's got a couple players just kind of screened directly in front of him, but he keeps his eyes on Sorto. And look at this. Nice job. Right to Sorto. Forda protects that lower corner.
That was a good job by Sorto. That was a left-footed shot He didn't try to settle the ball. I think he felt he could catch the keeper by surprise. But, yeah, credit to Forda, who was all set and ready for that one. Made a nice, clean save. Didn't even give up a rebound there, despite it being a close shot. Get eye with it. Over to the left side to Dambrod. Dambrod out of Akron, Ohio. Will send the ball forward. Goes over the head of Smith. Toros with control. East Bay had a goal taken off the board to an offside call about 10 minutes ago. So the score is still tied at 1. Albuquerque sends it forward. Now Icaza trying to find somebody forward, but couldn't, so he'll play it back. Toros will keep possession here. Kind of a tiki-taka approach here by the Toros here in this part of the game as Sorto finds Lopez. Little back heel to Sorto. And now Murphy finds the right side. Asokad has 6 goals, shoots, and goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick.
That built up really nicely for the Toros. Plenty of white kits, good spacing. Azokar is one of those players that if you can put the ball at his feet, he makes some really dynamic things happen. That time, gets a little bit under it so it floats rather than being able to drive it off the end of the toe like he wanted to.
Ford, a 6-footer, 181 pounds. Sends that one deep, and it's going to be a Loudoun United throw in.
2 minutes of added time here.
And Dambrot with the throw in. Trying to get to Smith. Smith trying to turn around, gets upended. Play continues. Chance here for the Toros, 4v3. Icaza's running forward, gets the pass, but couldn't get the ball settled, and Forda comes up and scoops it up.
The flag goes up. He was offside either way. That's another example. You've seen it here from the Toros. Just a little too aggressive. You've got to keep an eye on that back line defender. You've got to make sure you stay forward from him. If you slip past him, you're going to get called for the offside. And Toros had a lot of momentum there. That was a great opportunity.
Yeah, Loudoun United has really executed the offside trap very well here tonight. Drawn 6 offside calls in their favor.
Like he tells you, Coach Martin, when he was preparing his team here for the Toros, they likely had some pretty heavy discussions about the aggression the Toros have, especially when they're making that quick attack. And sometimes all it takes is to give the impression you're falling back, and then take a quick step forward and allow that offensive player to slip past you. If you time that perfectly, you'll get the offside call without giving up a goal.
Albuquerque with the throw in for the Toros. Albuquerque, 27 years old, out of Chicago. Loudoun United with control here. They send that one forward, and Husso pops it into the box. Nothing develops there, so Cudipietro will try something. We're past 2 minutes now, and there's the whistle. And the first half has come to an end. We're all tied 1-1. Both teams scoring with penalty kicks. Still anybody's game at this point. Both teams have had opportunities, and we look forward to a spirited second half. So we'll take a quick break, be back with our second half action. We've got some notes and highlights from around the USL, plus first half highlights and stats from this game. All that coming up in just a moment. You're watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
When we said Reliant offers free flex days, we had something a little different in mind. Get the flexibility of free electricity on your 2 highest use days every week with the Reliant Truly Free Flex Days plan. That's up to 8 free days a month. So go on. What are you waiting for? We'll even upgrade your plan to solar. On us. Reliant. That's power. Your way.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 off-site COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
It's all tied 1-1 here at halftime. Brian, who can we thank for our halftime show?
Yeah, special thanks to our official sponsor, Live Oak Texas Vodka, the official vodka of the RGV Toros. Let's take a look at what's happening around the USL this week with our USL update.
First-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Tees it up, what a strike, and what a goal! Hartford has a goal! And Lou City double their money! And how sweet the sound at Lynn Family Stadium!
I did get an interesting text from someone in the Phoenix organization talking about how big and physical that game was, and maybe they didn't necessarily know it was going to be just like that. I think they got a good taste. By the way, in case you're wondering, Forrest Lasso is competing for the Summer Olympics in gymnastics. Just wanted you to know. What
so is Lee Cohen. He was part of that routine.
Bring it to me.
Forrest Lasso, the defender of the year, leaping over the ad boards and pirouetting his way toward the dugout.
And we're back. It's a close one here. And this is an interesting graphic here, isn't it, Brian? We've got the USL players who are involved in World Cup qualifying. That's been going on since Thursday.
There's a spectacular representation from the USL across 14 alumni in the Championship League One and League Two have made some appearances in the World Cup qualifying games. Look at that stat, 240 combined appearances for USL member athletes in qualifying. That's just a great testament to the quality and style of play we see here in the USL. Outside of that, let's take a look at the team of the week in the USL and look at all of those strong performances. Player of the week is the keeper there for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, Evan Loro. Think about this. Back-to-back shutouts against Loudoun United FC and the Charlotte Independents are what powered him to Player of the Week. He included a 6-save performance, including his second penalty kick save this past Monday. What a spectacular performance. And you run down the rest of that lineup, and that's becoming a who's who of strong performances across the USL. The Rowdies put 3 players on. You take a look right here. Tulsa also has 2, including Lebo Maloto, who's had himself a great couple of weeks building toward, and Marlon, 3 players from Tulsa making that team of the week. Elsewhere across the USL gets their first Jamaican head coach. And think about this, when Austin Bold FC announced that they had appointed Ryan Thompson as their new head coach. Thompson becomes the first promoted head coach of a former assistant coach, becoming the keeping director for the Bold before taking over this position. First Jamaican-born head coach across the USL. Here's the upcoming schedule for Loudoun United. We talked a little bit about this in the first half. They're going to come home on the 8th to face the Charlotte Independents, back out on the road for division leader Pittsburgh Riverhounds on the 11th before coming home for Hartford and then hitting the road for their next two against Miami FC and the New York Red Bulls 2.
So they got 3 of the next 5 on the road, so that'll be a bit of a tough stretch for them. And Pittsburgh, one of the top teams in the league there.
Maybe nothing short of spectacular. And they're digging a little bit deeper. 8 other games in action across the USL this evening. Quick updates for you in that one. Late in the second half, Charlotte and Miami are both knotted at 2. Also in action currently, Atlanta leads Indy 11 1-0, and New York Red Bulls 2 has the lead over Hartford Athletic 2-0. We're knotted 1-1, as is the match over in Birmingham, as Memphis and Birmingham are knotted at 1-1. Later this evening, a couple of games still to happen, and big games across the Mountain Division. San Antonio will be in Pittsburgh. Mexico United is at the Colorado Switchbacks, and Sporting Kansas City is in Oklahoma City.
All right, there you have your look at the USL. In a moment, we'll look at first half highlights and first half stats from here at HEB Park, all tied at 1 apiece between Loudoun United and the RGV Toros. This is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
When we said Reliant offers free flex days, we had something a little different in mind. Get the flexibility of free electricity on your 2 highest use days every week with the Reliant Truly Free Flex Days plan. That's up to 8 free days a month. So go on. What are you waiting for? We'll even upgrade your plan to solar. On us. Reliant. That's power. Your way.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 off-site COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy and then it's spicy and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I could see myself eating this every time I come here.
They're gonna go crazy for this thing. The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back, and it's only for a limited time.
And we're back. Brian, take us through the highlights.
There's that first goal. Elvis Amo got them all shook up. Picks up the opening goal on the penalty kick for the Toros. That puts him up 1-0 in the 14th minute. Take a look right here. Amo, eye set, looks up, looks left, looks right, looks at the goal. Just a couple of minutes later, 4 minutes of gameplay later, and here comes Coup de Pietro on a penalty kick. Tyler Derrick read that well, but Coup de Pietro kicked it just a little bit better. Here's another good look for the Toros, but a nice job coming out there by Forda, collapsing that one down. Amo tries to clear, quick move. Sorto, quick strike. Forda again up to the task in the first half. That takes us to half at 1-1.
In fact, Sorto had a couple of good shots in that first half that were saved. And so we look at the stats here, and wow, look at the shots.
Yeah, it's a real telling story there. The Toros by far the aggressor here, out shooting Loudoun United 1-0. Loudoun has 1 shot. It happened to also find the back of the net. So you talk about efficiency there. Possession favors the Toros by just the slimmest of margins. And then that offside is what really stands out to me. Only once against Loudoun United, 6 against the Toros. I think that's something that you're going to see Coach Cabrera probably talk about at length with his team at halftime. It's making sure you stay on side against this defense for Loudoun.
Yeah, the Toros, in fact, even had a goal taken off the board because of an offside call. Good defending by Loudoun United in working the offside trap. Fouls, 7-6, Toros with the 7. And the corner kicks, 2-1 in favor of the Toros. But, yeah, pretty exciting first half there. Toros kind of controlled the action, but where it counts, we're tied at 1. Well, how about a look at the schedule now and see what's coming up? We've got Loudoun United. We can recap that once more.
Yeah, 3 of the next 4 will be on the road, including that strong performance. What happens against Pittsburgh Riverhounds could go a long way to finalizing the standings there in the East. For the Toros, scheduled for them is also going to be a bit of a challenge. As we look at the Toros schedule moving forward,
yeah, they've got a tough team coming up the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, think about this. Back-to-back against the Colorado Swing Switchbacks. By far one of the more aggressive offensive teams in the USL. And then no slouch after that. They get division rival New Mexico United, Atlanta United 2, who's come on very strong, and then Real Monarchs. So the Toros have a really aggressive little stretch here, including 2 against the Switchbacks. And if they can come away with 6 or 9 points, that could go a long way to solidifying their playoff hopes.
Yeah, they've got 3 of the next 5 at home, but the 2 with Colorado Springs will both be tough. They'll be facing the league's leading scorer in Haji Berry for both of those. So let's take a look at the standings now and see how things shape up there. And taking a look at the Atlantic Division, and Loudoun United kind of at the bottom, but still trying to work their way up toward the middle.
Yeah, and realistically, they just need to work themselves into 4th, which is 18 points chasing the Charleston Battery. That is just 6 wins. So at the midway point of the season, they're not mathematically out of it. And the way they've played over the last couple of games, never say never with Loudoun United. But look what's happening at the top of those standings. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh, not a smidgen of space between them, both at 43 points. And Miami just 6 points off. So the East Atlantic side not even remotely close just yet. And then flipping to the Mountain.
And we should point out right quick, the top 4 teams will advance to the playoffs. So that's why we focus on those top 4. And you can see the Toros just barely clinging on to the playoff spot at the moment.
And they've got Austin Bold just nipping at their heels. But look how tight they are. The Toros are 1 win away from effectively being in 2nd, depending on what happens with San Antonio and Colorado Springs. So this has been a spectacularly tight Mountain division that's still got plenty of things to occur there, as you see 6th and 2nd separated by just 7 points.
And the Toros, if the playoffs began tomorrow, would be traveling to Phoenix to play the Phoenix Rising, the top team in the Pacific Division. So the higher you can move up in that playoff ladder, the better opponent you can get for the playoff round, which will be single elimination. You can see the teams are back out there on the field, are about ready for the second half. It's going to be Loudoun United kicking off. We're tied at 1. Both teams scoring on penalty kicks there in the first half. Loudoun United named after the county. Those teams named after a city or maybe a state, but they're, to my knowledge, the only team in the USL named after a county, Loudoun County, Virginia. Play in Leesburg, Virginia at Segra Park. And they'll be returning home on Wednesday, as we saw a moment ago on the schedule.
As we start the second half, I think this is where you're going to see both coaching staffs really just kind of let it all kind of hang out of the playbook right now. No time to rest on your laurels. The first half, I think you saw both teams really kind of test what the defense was going to give them. The Toros perhaps playing a little looser than Coach Cabrera would have wanted. All those offsides really kind of picked apart what was a strategically pretty good first half for the Toros. On the flip side, when you're looking at Loudoun United, I don't think you could have said your defense plays any better than that. That was a great showing in the first half. So now, can your offense muster more than one good attack? You know this is a Loudoun team that loves to shoot. 5th most shots in the USL. Now can they collect some of those shots here in the second half and flip the time of possession in their own favor?
Yeah, and that's what makes the total shots so impressive, is that, as you pointed out, Loudoun United only 1 shot in the entire first half, but it was a goal, and that's what matters most.
Saw there, Azokar gets his feet kind of tripped up from under him, so quick restart here for the Toros from Albuquerque.
So Albuquerque out of Chicago, one of 2 Illinois players on this Toros squad. The other one, Wan Kuzain, who we haven't seen yet tonight. Neither team has made a substitute that we've seen. Adrian Vetta playing it back, and then Pimentel sends it forward for the Toros. And Loudoun United collects it in midfield, sending the ball forward into space. And the Toros Diaspe is the first one there, but loses it out of play, and it'll be a Loudoun United throw in. Chance here for Loudoun United. Trying to motor through some traffic. That's Pietro. Nice little through ball there. Gets it to Green. Green with a soft touch. Can the man turn around? Bolivar. His shot is blocked. Giovanni Bolivar, one of the young players, one of the young phenoms, just 19 years old, had his first shot there. Loudoun United still with control as Mel, the veteran on the back line, will send it across. And now it's over to Dombrot on the left side of the pitch. Toros kick it out. And it goes to Husso, who tries to center the ball, but it's going to go out of play. This will be, well, I think it's going to be a corner kick. Must have gone off a Toros player. So this will be the second corner now for Loudoun United.
I think that caught the thigh of Diaz-Pay as he was closing off the angle. It's another true fit corner trip for Loudoun FC.
So it looks like Yao will take the corner kick. Loudoun United crowding the 6-yard box there around the goalkeeper, Derek. Probably expect an in-swinger here from Yao. That's exactly what it is. Into the box, headed out by Asokar, and then a nice touch by Murphy to clear it to safety. Sorto getting the attack going. Fires it over to open space. Little bit too far for Asokar, and Loudoun United able to get control of it. It's going to be a throw-in now for Loudoun United. So good defending there by the defender, Jeremy Garay. Only 5'9", 134 pounds, but plays really solid back there on the defense here tonight. Early second half, we're tied at 1. Both teams getting their goals in the opening 20, both from the penalty spot. Amo and Pietro. This ball goes forward harmlessly to Forta. Forta unable to pick it up. He's going to quickly have to kick it over to the far side. And teams will battle for control right there. Icaza finds Sorto. Sorto will play it back to Pimentel. Now Dispay finds a spot forward. Icaza with it. Former Austin Bold player, just 24 years old. Played his college ball at South Florida. And he finds Asokar on the right side. Asokar out of Venezuela will find Amo. Amo has the Toros goal tonight and has scored a goal in 4 straight games. He's had the hot hand as of late, and his goal total's gone from 4 to 8. And of course leads the team by at least 2 goals now. And here's Icaza, centers this ball into the area. A header there by Vetta, but then it's sent out by Loudoun United. So Smith trying to get control of it, or excuse me, Green. Now we have a stoppage, and it'll be a free kick for Loudoun United. And we see Jacob Green.
Well, he and Sorto got a little bit of an admonishment from the referee right before that restart. Green computing what he was just told, trying to get back into system.
Saravia, who picked up a yellow card in the first half, exchanges passes with Mel. He's going to try a through ball that's intercepted by Asokar for the Toros. Murphy turns around, quickly fires it downfield, trying to get Amo streaking down, headed away by Mel. Good defending by Timmy Mel there. He's had a couple of big plays in this game. Lopez with it near the touch line. His last touch by Loudoun United, and then Toros will have the throw in. Toros are in their 6th year of existence. 2016 was their opening season. Loudoun United in their 4th year, although this is only their 3rd in the USL. They began as a reserve team for DC United of MLS. Throw in for the Toros, goes to Ikaza. Gaza fighting with Husso. Now this is going to be a corner kick here for the Toros. So a good job by Ikaza to win the corner. This will be the 3rd corner for the Toros.
Looks like they're going to call that a foul rather than a corner. So Rodrigo Lopez is going to take a free kick from about 4 foot off of the corner.
Yeah, you're right. Basically a corner, but just 1 yard in front of that corner arc. So Lopez will send this in very close to the box, but it's headed out. Goes to the top. Osukara has some space to work with. Now it's chipped into the middle of the box. Albuquerque trying to get turned before it's fired out by Loudoun United. I think it was Pimentel who had centered the ball. So the Toros putting their defenders all the way up there in the box to try to get a lot of numbers forward to get a touch toward the net. Doesn't quite work as Loudoun United is able to hold firm.
Really nice job defensively by Loudoun United, and they very nearly had a counter develop right in front of them as that was cleared out quite quickly.
Soto with the throw in.
United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com.
Toros all the way back as Pimentel being marked by Yao. So we see Loudoun United putting a little pressure on the defensive end here. Toros able to work through it. Good move there by Pimentel. Sheds his marker. Long pass to Amo, and Forta forced to come way out to play that one. But it was going to be offside. Forta took no chances, though, but as Amo was crashing in there. But the 7th offside call against the Toros.
It was a big moment, and Forta doing a great job of stepping forward as that last line of defense and going ahead and clearing it away. And hey, if you're really enjoying the action here between the Toros and Loudoun FC, 2 of the East's best clash off in a kickoff to remember when the USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Louisville City FC will travel to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Atlantic at Patricia playoff preview, all and more. See that on Sirius FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
We saw Sorto there with a good shot that was blocked out. This will be a corner for the Toros. Asokada sent that into the box, headed by Green, but it goes right to Sorto. Or I think his 3rd shot at the net here in this game, but Loudoun United bounces it out to concede the corner. Now Lopez will be taking the corner kick here. He's going to swing outward. Dispay gets a header on it. And then another shot toward the far post is just wide. Just tried to chip it toward that far post to see if a player could either get a touch on it or maybe if it could bounce in. The Toro was unable to get that touch, and it goes harmlessly aside.
A nice look Diaz pay that time. And that's exactly right, Mark. Looked like he was just trying to chip something up and leave it for a teammate to try to redirect.
And I think this is going to be offside on Loudoun United. And yes, on that replay, it looked a little bit like someone got a little bit of a flick on that ball. It seemed to, the trajectory seemed to change just a tad. A good opportunity there for the Toros. This offside, by the way, against Loudoun United. So in the 56th minute now. Still tied 1-1. Both teams with penalty kicks in the first half to get their scoring. Derek booms this one downfield. It's a header by Green, and Loudoun United ends up with control. Here's Smith. Works his way through a couple of markers, but Dispay is there to send it downfield, but I think a foul called against the Toros and a free kick now for Loudoun United in the attacking half.
That's a good spot for Loudoun as well. You get a look there at Smith kind of putting his hand up, communicating with his teammates. That's going to be a really good spot because it gives them a chance to get a nice look at the field in their attacking third and to get into a strong position.
Rousseau plays it back. It goes to Timmy Mell, and he'll square it for his teammate. That's Saravia. Rousseau again, looking to the right side. This is Yao with some space to work with. Going against Pimentel. Into the box, and a header goes over the bar. Best chance for Loudoun United tonight since the PK. This is Bolivar, the teenager, with a nice header.
That was placed beautifully by Yao. Bolivar closing, and we've seen that several times here on headers in this one. Is really you want to drive that ball with the crown of your head, but they're not quite able to get it in the right spot. They're driving off the side, and because of that, you're seeing a lot of those attacks float.
Now Bolivar only 5'9", so maybe not able to get as high as he would like. Here's Amo with a chance into the area as Mel kicks it away from him at the last possible moment.
That is a spectacular sliding tackle by Mel as he's trailing from the backside there, and as Almo tries to slow himself down to kind of set the ball to make a drive, Mel able to slide in and just clear that one wide. Really good timing.
Yeah, Mel's had 2 of those here tonight. Broke up the opportunity by Amo. Now Lopez with the corner. Toros get a piece of it, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. That was Pimentel. Got his noggin on it, but not in the way that he could control it to get it toward the net.
Another foul there on Sorto as he had a handful of kit. But a nice quick restart by Loudoun FC. They're not letting any grass beneath their cleats.
And 10 fouls now on the Toros compared to 8 on the Loudoun United. Toros trying to get control, but Green is able to play it back to his teammate. Now Smith works it forward. Green sends it down. Goes out of play. It'll be a Toros throw-in now. Getting close to the 60-minute mark. That's where a lot of teams like to try to make a decision on substitutes. We might see some subs come in, and sometimes teams will favor defensive subs, and sometimes they favor attacking subs, depending on what they feel comfortable with when it's a tie game. Amos sends it inside. There's Asokata trying to get control. Kicked away from him, and that's going to be another corner kick here for the Toros.
Bend don't break defense is really working dividends for Loudoun United. You see it there again. They allow Azokar to get that one in a pretty aggressive spot. Do a nice job, though, of kind of putting him in that triangle trap and then forcing it out.
Azokar has 6 goals this year on 28 shots. Trying to get another one tonight. Next one could be the game winners. Murphy will send in this corner, and Amo able to get a piece of it. Forta able to make an easy save. I think Amo appealed for a possible penalty kick as well. Ball's going to be played all the way back to Derek, and he'll boom it back into Loudoun United's half. I think Forta has at least 4 saves in this game. He's had a pretty good outing. A couple of them were of the point-blank variety. Cudi Pietro sends this forward. Try to get it to Yao. Ispie will take no chances, send it back to his keeper. Derek finds Pimentel. Lopez able to turn. Murphy will send it forward for Ikaza. And then the ball bounces back to Albuquerque. A lot of pressure here by Loudoun United here in this second half. Didn't see much of that in the first half, where they would venture forward to pressure that back line. Murphy with a little bouncer. Volley there by Amo. Now it ends up at Loudoun United's feet as they move down. Here's Yao into the box. A shot, and it's over. Big chance there for Loudoun United here in the 61st minute, as Griffin Yao motored into the area, had one defender, but sent the ball too high.
That was a really nice look for Loudoun United. And what you're seeing there, nice job. They were 4-on-3 at one point, did a nice job of staying on side, forcing the Toros to commit. And they feed it to Yao as he's driving forward, just can't put it in the net.
Sorto and Veta, nice give and go. Veta has it kicked away from him as he was trying to feed Amo. Loudoun United, this is Garay being harassed by Sorto. Works the ball forward, but it's intercepted by Asokad. Smith was trying to get back, but Asokad got there first. Venezuelan moving into the middle. Now Lopez finds an open man on the left side. That's Veta. He'll send it into the net, a header, and picked up by Forta. So Amo with a nice glancing header. I think it was going to be a bit wide, but Forta taking no chances. And I'm impressed with the number of opportunities Amo has been getting here tonight.
Yeah, they're certainly giving him plenty of space. You expect someone like Amo to get marked pretty heavily. But in this case, Loudoun United is really giving him a lot of space to operate. They're spending more time focusing on getting into passing lanes rather than directly marking Amo. You got to wonder if eventually he's going to get dialed in and make them pay for that decision.
And we're going to see a substitution, the first of the game. It's going to be Loudoun United. We're going to see another one there, too. Saravia is coming out. He picked up a yellow card in the first half. Michael Downs will come in at midfield. Downs, 6'1", 165 pounds out of Salisbury, Connecticut. And then our second sub, well, that's Downs coming on right there. And our second sub is going to be Smith coming out. Actually going to make three moves here. As coming in is Luis Paz and also Kairu Amostafa. And who was the third man to come out, Ryan?
I believe the third man coming out on that one was Bolivar.
Oh, Giovanni Bolivar. So three subs made by Loudoun United right there. Trying to get some fresh legs out there on the pitch for the last 30 minutes. We'll see how the Toros respond. They haven't made any subs yet. Sorto with the throw in to Asokad. Sending it toward the net. Ikaza able to turn and fire, and that goes out. It's going to be a corner kick as Loudoun United was able to block the hard shot.
Right place, right time. Ikaza kind of finds that ball at his feet in a dead spot right there at the box, and he says, well, if you're going to give me space, I'll try to operate. He comes back, takes a big swing, bounce it off the back of Mail. Another trip over to the true fit corner for the Toros.
This will be Murphy to take the corner. Second one he's taken this evening. Sixth corner of the game for the Toros. Comes into Asokader's open. Will turn and fire. Blocked in front. And then another shot is partially blocked. And this goes, Toros trying to save it, but I think it went out. Yeah, and this will be a goal kick here for Loudoun United. So the Toros really turning up the heat on the Loudoun United goal here in the mid part of the second half.
Yeah, Loudoun United has got to start wondering how many chances they're going to have.
Lopez with a shot from distance, and that's wide. Lopez has done that before. He likes to shoot from downtown, and that one went just wide. Forta kind of a little bit upset with the lackadaisical behavior of his defense in front of him. Yeah, so it was a quick turnover and then a quick shot.
They just kind of fell asleep, and when they're making their counter, and Rodrigo Lopez just steps in and says, well, if you're just going to pass it around very gently, I'll take it. I'll do something with it. And he comes down. Quick strike, just can't quite get the angle to go. So we're seeing Loudoun United living dangerously on offense the last couple of possessions, giving the Toros plenty of good looks.
So Amostafa with a header at midfield for Loudoun United. Then Downs plays it over to the left sideline, and now it's sent forward. And now here's Paz with it. Oh, nice sliding tackle there. It was a great play by Diaspe. The Toros win the ball back, and here's Lopez now in the open field. Slide it over to Sorto. Sorto with 3 assists in his last 4 games. Lopez sends it into the box, but that's knocked out by a defender, and it's going to be another corner here for the Toros.
Dambrot, again, standing tall, comes forward. Is able to get in the way and send that one away. First sub coming in now for the Toros. As out will come Rodrigo Lopez. He'll be replaced
I think that's Andres Flores coming in, number 13.
I believe you are correct.
And there we see Lopez right there. He was about to take that corner.
And Albuquerque will come out, being replaced by Frank Lopez.
Albuquerque's had a pretty good game on the back line. Frank Lopez, a new player, kind of loaned over from Oklahoma City Energy. He's originally from Cuba, 5'9", 154 pounds. So 2 subs made quickly here by the Toros. This is the 7th corner kick here for the Toros. There's Murphy going to chip it into the box. Diaz Bay with the header, and Forta has to go up, and the challenge from Lopez is able to bring that one down. Lopez, who just came onto the pitch, kind of got in the way of Forta there a little bit. And a good job by Forta to hang on to that. So Loudoun United will try to break it out here and to get it up to midfield. Oh, and a quick pass by one of their players, and he's down now, but play will continue. Yao controlling it. Yao to the left. He'll slide it forward for his teammate. Loudoun United playing with 10 at the moment. They got an injured player down. And then Garay plays it over to the left side, and I think now the official is going to stop play. It's Cudi Pietro, who was shaken up. There he is right there. He had the goal for Loudoun United back in the first half.
The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ plus community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud.
Cudi Pietro still on the turf at the moment. He took a hard shot, and I think Pimentel received a yellow card. That'll be his team high 6th on the year. And Pimentel, you can see now wearing the captain's armband after Lopez came off the pitch. And Pimentel, a tough player. And we're being told that the yellow card was awarded to Pimentel for dissent.
And Pimentel is one of those players that he plays with a whole lot of emotion, and that can go a number of ways. He can really lift your team up and give you that kind of emotional spark you need to come through a lull in play, but the opposite can also be true too, and it's probably what you see there with Pimentel as he protests just a little too aggressively there and draws the yellow.
He's a veteran of the Mexican League, has also played professionally in Guatemala, played for 2 Mexican League champions with Club Americas. We're back under play, and the Toros with a chance here, moving into the area. Nice sliding tackle, ball still loose in the area, and picked up by Forta. There's a terrific opportunity there, and I think that was Amo who was on the charge. Amo is still down as play continues. Now up to midfield, now it's a stop, and they're going to check on Amo. He's still in the penalty box for Loudoun United. We'll take another look at this as Amo had broken into the clear, and it was Timmy Mell who came over. Then Lopez tried to get in on the action, but Forta was there first. Well, I think Mel could write a textbook on sliding tackles. He just picture perfect with those. I realize he conceded the penalty early in the game, but has just been sterling ever since.
Well, and there's a certain amount of just instinct that you can't really teach, and you're seeing that with Mel. His timing is impeccable. His ability to kind of understand where the ball's going, the speed at which it's moving, and time his aggressive defensive moves perfectly has just been something to marvel at.
Pimentel played it back to Derek, who kicked it upfield. Toro still with control, but trying to break through this Loudoun United pressure. Asokada now. Nice one touch by Murphy. Gets it to Amo. Amo unable to turn, but Murphy will send it forward for Ikaza into the area. But Forta is able to corral that one before Ikaza can close in. Next comes Loudoun United. They'll send it to Jacob Green. Mustafa will play it to his teammate Downs. Now it's Husso with it. Husso with some space to work with. Finds Yao on the right wing. Now wants to center the ball. Now does, but knocked down by Pimentel. And the Toros able to squash that attempt. Lopez, a long ball forward into open space. Amo running onto it. Amo looking for a game winner here. He'll send this into the area. Oh, stopped in front. Terrific defensive play there by Loudoun United. I think that was Mel once more. Or correction, that was Dambrot. Dambrot with a nice stop there on Amo's centering attempt. Mentioned earlier, this would be the only meeting this year between these two clubs. Toros in the West Conference and Loudoun United competes in the East Conference. Lopez with it. Send it over to the left side. Lopez a second half substitute here. Veta tries to send it in toward the net, and Forta is there for that. I think it glanced off a defender, but Forta able to keep his eye on the ball. Now we've got a Loudoun United player who's shaken up. That's what who Forta is pointing to. See if the official will blow his whistle. Forta, a young keeper, 28 years old.
Looks like Husu is the player shaken up for Loudoun United. Maybe cramping just a little as he's asking for fluids.
We did have a hydration break in the first half. See if we'll get one here in the second half. Usually it's about 15 minutes before the end of a half, and we're not quite there yet. And I think that's what they're doing now, since they do have an injury, going in and taking the hydration break now here in the second half. So teams can get fired up. It's kind of like a pit stop in a NASCAR race. You get a fresh set of tires and a full tank of gas for the stretch run here.
Gives a chance to remind you once again, lots of great action here between the Toros and Loudoun FC, but two of the best in the East are going to clash to kick off the fall to remember when USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Louisville City FC travels to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Athletic in a potential playoff preview. It's going to be Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.
I think we're going to take a look at the schedule as well for these two teams, Loudoun United and the Rio Grande Valley Toros. And here we'll take a look at Loudoun United first.
Yeah, 3 of their next 5 on the road, including some pretty big performances there. They're going to have to face off against, tied for the division ahead, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. That's on the 11th. They've got Charlotte on the 8th. Hartford Atlantic should be a good matchup for them, and they'll finish off the schedule of the next 5 at Miami and at New York Red Bulls 2. And then for the Toros, as we've talked about a couple times this evening, back-to-back against the Switchbacks of Colorado Springs, at Colorado Springs, and then coming right back here to HEB Stadium to face them once again. A couple of points there could go a long way toward helping the Toros to solidify their run for a playoff spot.
Yeah, Toros will certainly have their opportunities. They're going to face Colorado Springs 3 times down the stretch, and that's the team that's 2 spots ahead of them at the moment in the playoff chase. And Toros trying to get an attack going here, send it forward, intended for Lopez. Forta forced to come out to the top of his box to slide on top of that one. Now Loudoun United on an attack here. Pimentel trying to get control, goes to Diaz-Bay, who'll send it into safety. Asokada chasing after it, has no one near him. But his pass intercepted there. A little bit too lackadaisical on the pass, and Downs was able to intercept for Loudoun United, and they go back on the attack here in the 76th minute.
Looks like the next stoppage, we may have a substitution coming for the Toros. Fan favorite Vicente Sanchez is all stretched, and he's made his way over to check in.
Ball works its way to the left sideline. Green will push it forward for Cudi Pietro. Oh, return pass to Green, who was running forward, but he's called offside.
And there's a substitution coming for the Toros. Out will come Elvis Almo, who's going to be replaced by none other than Vicente Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez this year has 2 goals and 1 assist. As we see Almo coming off the pitch, and he's had a terrific game, scored their goal and had a lot of opportunities. Substitution also for Loudoun United as I think Jacob Green coming out, and number 37, Jackson Hopkins, will come out onto the pitch. And so Loudoun United will have 1 sub left. The Toros have 2 subs left. As Derek puts it back in play. Both teams looking for that game winner. Asokada throwing it to the feet of Ikaza, returns it back to him, and works its way around to Sorto now in the middle. Fakes left, goes right, sends a pass forward here to Sanchez, just came on. His cross is knocked away by Mel from Loudoun United. Loudoun United able to keep it from going out of play. No, they don't. It's going to be a Toro throw-in. Sanchez, every time he's on the pitch, he's able to make things happen. 41 years old. Earlier this year became the oldest goal scorer in USL history. There's a free kick won here by the Toros in a dangerous position. It looks like a foul may have been on Dambrot.
A wily veteran finds himself in a great spot to get something sparked now for the Toros. They're about 2 yards right of the box. So they'll get a chance to reposition their players, get a small box toward the top.
2-man wall in front of Sanchez, sends this one into the area, and it's headed back out. It's up high. Still anybody's ball, but a big kick there by Loudoun United. I think that was Dambrot there to clear it into safety, and it goes all the way back to Derek near the Toros goal. The Loudoun United defense doing its job there, but the Toros set up a new attack here. Long pass from Dispe to Lopez, tripped up in the area, still fighting for the ball, and it's finally kicked away from him and then kicked away by the defenders. That was Mel who got that one against Lopez a moment ago. And now a throw in for Loudoun United. That ball kicked out by Pimentel. Loudoun United, another throw in. And Griffin Yao will throw the ball over to his teammate. That's Amostafa who will throw it in. Toros win the ball. Here's Flores with it, and now we've got a foul called. And it's going to be Loudoun United's free kick. That was a trip from behind. That's on Sorto, and this might be a booking. And indeed it is. Sorto's going to go in the books. Just his second card of the year.
He gets wrapped up there with Coup de Pietro. Actually kind of steps on the back of his foot as he goes down.
Yeah, second time Coup de Pietro has been kind of shaken up in this game. We take another look at it.
Their feet just get tangled up. No ill intent there. Two players running full speed and their feet get tangled up. Sorto as the trailing defender. Pick up a card there just about every time.
And Garay sends it toward the area. Toros able to clear it out into safety, and Pimentel sends it out toward near midfield. 81st minute now. Clock becoming a factor. Both teams running out of chances. I think both teams still focused on trying to get 3 points here tonight. I don't think either one would be happy with just one. That ball goes out of play. It was last touched by Hopkins, who just came onto the pitch a moment ago. That throw in here for the Toros. Was a little too ambitious, was trying to get it all the way to Lopez, but the ball played by Husso, and it goes all the way back to Derek. He'll start the attack over on the right side for the Toros. Got some space to work with over there as Azocar will find Sanchez. Sanchez out of Montevideo, Uruguay. Ball goes to Sorto now. He's able to turn. Ball loose in front. Icaza was trying to get control of it, but Garay gets it away from him. Now Hopkins on the move here for Loudoun United. 5 defenders back for the Toros. Here they're going to chip it into the box. Pimentel is there against Hopkins, and Derek comes out to get that one, taking no chances. Toros will send it up to midfield. Lopez able to turn. On loan from the Oklahoma City Energy. And he'll send it into the middle, and it's quickly worked over to the right side. There's some space there. It's Icaza with it. Up against Paz. And now to Flores. Flores from El Salvador into the box. Sends it into the area. Azocar not quite able to get his head on top of that one. It's knocked out of play. And the Toros will start the attack again. Icaza send this one down toward the net, and Forta is there.
Another great look at that bend, don't break defense for Loudoun United FC. They have been really strong at staying in those passing lanes and making it difficult for the Toros to get those attacks to develop in the box. Look right here, Icaza drives that forward and then just tries to kind of chip float that one into a good spot. Misses on Sanchez, and Forta just steps forward and puts his mitts on it.
Yeah, Sanchez was going toward the near post, and that went more toward the far post over Sanchez's head. Meanwhile, we've got Husso, the midfielder, is kind of maybe having some cramping issues there at the top of the Loudoun United box. He's from the Ivory Coast, just 20 years old. 2 players from Ivory Coast on this Loudoun United team.
For the W. Starting next spring, the USL W League, providing increased equality and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to uslwleague.com to learn more.
There we see a substitution. Husso is going to come out. They bring in number 55, Michael DeShields, experienced defender. And by the way, you know, there's 4, we've got to mention 4 Toros who have, who are experienced having played for Loudoun United. So got some familiarity there. Those 4 players, Elvis Amo, Christian Sorto, and then 2 we haven't seen tonight, Alexis Cerritos and the goalkeeper, Colin Miller. But 4 ex-Loudoun United players out there for the Toros. And now we've got a free kick awarded to Loudoun United.
And of course, Amo, the goal scorer for the Toros in this one. So getting a little action against his former team and finding some success.
And here's Hopkins with some space, but he's offside. Looked like he was just breaking into the clear, but his stride took him offside, and an opportunity lost there for Loudoun United. Pimentel's going to play it over to the far side. Azocar is there. Icaza. Nice little give and go. Azocar running hard toward the area as Sanchez finds Sorto. Sorto's going to go left. He's got it into the area to Flores. Is kicked away from him, and it's going to be another corner here, won by the Toros.
That backline defense for Loudoun United standing strong once again. They're allowing the Toros to get the ball into some pretty aggressive spots, but that defense, again, Yao and DeShields, traps that ball into a spot and then boots it away. Bend, don't break, and it is working.
Flores, by the way, from El Salvador, has played for the El Salvadorian national team many times, but was not called up this week. Here's Sanchez with the corner kick into the area. Pimentel gets a touch on it. Loudoun United able to get it out of the box. Toros still winning control, however. Still about 4 minutes and change remaining here. Toros looking for a winner. Here's Sorto. This pass into the area is knocked to the right and controlled by Downs. Now intercepted by Sorto. Sorto's shot at the net. Oh, just high. That was a brilliant shot. Has just missed the net.
Now Sorto has got a really good right foot. You take a look right here. That just kind of dribbles into a good spot, takes a nice quick kick, and just misses that high.
Toros, I think, have 3 goals this year that have occurred after the 85th minute. So they're no strangers to late game heroics as Sorto will feed Lopez into the box. It's kicked away from him. Mel, a good defensive play once again. Loudoun United on the attack. They've got 3-on-3. And here's a chance moving toward the area. Shot, Derek with the save. Good save by Derek. And frustrated there is Mustafa, who felt he should have done better with that.
He had a really good look. He was point blank with Derek there after being able to squeeze that past Pimentel.
We're seeing end-to-end action now, and here another open man on the left. Shot, Florida, a little bit of trouble, but able to save that one. It's a shot by Flores.
And I like the move there by Ford as well. Gets up, puts his hand up, tells his teammates, slow down. Let's get back into system here, as that was a frenetic back and forth pace there for a moment.
Indeed. Flores, who I've said has played, earned 68 caps for El Salvador, 7 of those as captain. Had his first shot on goal there that Florida was able to save. A lot of shots by the Toros tonight. 14 shots, at least 6 on net. Trying to get that second goal. Here in the 89th minute now. Toros once again on the attack. Here's Asokad, has it kicked away from him. Boz with control right now. Boz works his way around Murphy. Into open space, long through ball. Derek's going to come after that one. Like it was intended for Hopkins. And running up the left touch line, there is Vera. Vera will find Sorto. And now Flores. A little bit of time to Sanchez, who's able to turn. Sanchez thinking about the shot, curves in and out, and then finally has it kicked away at the last moment. Here they come again. Here's Sorto. Here's a shot. It's deflected. It's going to go out for a corner. Oh, my goodness. Just late game drama here. So the Toros just pouring it on, trying to get that winner, and Loudoun United trying to hold on for dear life.
See Sorto, right decision, tries to put a kick on that one, but stepping right into that lane is Dambrot, and that deflects off his face, and you see Sorto kind of puts his hands up. That looked like he put it on mark. Had Dambrot not stepped into it, that was likely going to be right on net.
So we've got another player down for Loudoun United. So this will add to stoppage time, which are just 30 seconds away. Corner kick here for the Toros is going to be their 9th of the game.
That was Dambrot that was down, stretching out that right thigh.
Yeah, Dambrot, 6'2", 170 pounds, out of Akron, Ohio. And here's the added time. It's going to be 5 minutes. Here's a opportunity there. Loudoun United got the touch on it in front of the net. And Loudoun United able to clear it into safety. Vera hustling back on defense. Oh, and getting around him is Mustafa. Mustafa moving into the lane and shoots. It's stuffed by Murphy. Great play there by Murphy to hustle back about 50 yards to stuff that one and concede the corner.
Tyler Derrick gives him his seal of approval with the chest bump there. Look at this. It's Murphy or no one. And Murphy does a spectacular job sliding down, using his body to deflect that out. Had that gotten past him, it was 3-on-1 red kits against Tyler Derrick.
So this will be the third corner here, and I think the first one of the second half for Loudoun United. It's going to be Yao to take this one. He's got Hopkins to his left. He's going to play it to Hopkins. And now work it back to Yao. He'll work his way toward the box. Gets a shot at the net, and that's going to go out of play. And it's going to be a corner kick again here for Loudoun United.
And deflected off of a Toro. A scary spot to find yourself in defensively if you are Rio Grande Valley. And now if you're Loudoun, you've got to respond here. You've had a couple really good opportunities. Now's the moment to strike.
Here's Garay into the area. Derek is underneath it, able to bring that one in safely. He had one of the Loudoun United players closing in on him quickly. That was DeShields. But Derek unfazed, able to grab that ball without any distraction. Here's Murphy now. We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time, 3 to go. Here's Lopez motoring forward, trying to find someone for maybe a through ball attempt. And now Flores will slide it forward for Asokad. Nice job by the defense there, and it's won by Downs, who plays it to Paz. Paz had a nice sliding tackle on Asokad. Now Downs plays it forward to Kudipietro. Long pass ahead, and Pimentel trying to get to this one. Ends up out of play as there is a collision between the two players, and I think it's going to be a goal kick here. That was Amostafa again. Boy, a lot of speed he has. We've seen him attack from the right and from the left. Ball headed forward, intended for Lopez. Played by Paz. Paz down now. Play continues. Kudipietro kicks it forward, and Kudipietro knocked down to the turf. Toros send it into the area. It's headed down. A shot. A save by Forda. Follow up. There's the goal. Toros have the go-ahead goal in the 94th minute. And I think the offside flag is up. Well, it's no goal. Forda furious at his defense. Let's take a look at this again.
You see it there. He moved just forward.
Yeah, the goal scorer was offside. That's a good call there, but almost some dramatic moments there for the Toros there. But this will be disallowed. The score remains 1-1.
That's another situation. That's 2 goals taken off the board for the Toros by simply not being fully aware of where they were spatially on the pitch, allowing themselves to slip past that defender. Got to stay on. It's extremely important to do so, especially when you've got that ball bouncing around in the box.
The initial shot by Forda was from about 8 yards, and a good save by Forda, and it bounced right to the Toros player who fired it into the top of the net. So still tied at 1, entering the last minute of stoppage. I think Forda might have had his best game tonight. He's had about 5 or 6 saves.
I think if you're the Toros, you're thinking about what could have been. Potentially 3 goals in this one, 2 of them taken off due to offside in those critical moments.
So a long ball played down here to the Toros. Foul called on Loudoun United, so it'll be a Toros free kick. We'll have to be announcing our man of the match here in just a moment. As soon as we hear the final whistle, both teams looking for a winner, though. Sacha sends this one going to be over the crossbar and out of play, and that'll be a goal kick now for Loudoun United. Still tied at 1. Both teams got penalty kicks in the first 20 minutes. Both teams have had chances since, mostly by the Toros. In fact, the Toros have had 2 goals taken off the scoreboard due to offside calls. So here's Forda. He's going to put it back in play. Headed by Pimentel. Asokada trying to get a piece of that one. Toros with control. Here's Ikaza with it. Ikaza with the defender on him. That was Yao. And this is going to be a free kick awarded. They're going to call Yao with the foul from behind. And Ikaza earns the free kick here for the Toros. This will probably be the last opportunity for either team tonight.
Good look here, Yukaza just riding right there on the back of Yao, and you see a couple of hands go up for Loudoun FC, specifically the experienced male, saying, and where there's a foul there. The problem there is the ball is at the feet of Yukaza, so for Yao stepping out, causing him to get tripped up there, he draws the foul.
You've got 3 Toros standing over the ball, Asokara, Sanchez, and Murphy. Both Murphy and Sanchez are very adept at chipping the ball with just the right amount of touch. They're about 25 yards from goal. Big wall there, and it's going to be Sanchez has tipped over the bar. Tipped over the bar by Forda, who's had just an outstanding game here tonight. And the Toros will still have another opportunity with the corner kick.
Vicente Sanchez racing over. He knows what's going on with that clock. He's getting over to get this one restarted as quickly as possible.
10th quarter of the game, Sanchez sends this in. Ball loose in the box. Cudi Pietro able to clear it out. And there's the whistle. Game is over. It's going to be 1 point apiece as the teams end up tied at 1 after some frenetic action in the last 5 to 10 minutes there, especially by the Toros. But both teams are going to get 1 point in the books here tonight. And Brian, who's our man of the match?
Man of the match for this one is going to be Elvis Amo. He came in and got that penalty kick to give the Toros the early lead. And I think he did a spectacular job of drawing the attention of Loudoun FC, freeing up his teammates to get some really good looks. There's Amo. You see him right there getting some congratulations. He was a big key to the Toros' success here in this one, forcing Loudoun United to really pay real close attention to him. He did a nice job of distributing, keeping his teammates active as the Toros pick up a draw here and get 1 point in their continued push toward that playoff spot.
Okay, we got some highlights and some stats coming up in just a moment, so we'll be right back with that here on USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing, providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 off-site COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
1 point for each team tonight. Brian, take us through the highlights.
Lots of action back and forth here between the Toros and Loudoun United. There's that opening goal. Elvis Amo got them all shook up. That puts the Toros up 1-0 in the 14th minute.
That was his 4th goal in as many games, wasn't it?
Yeah, look at this angle. Just a nice job timing, staying back and able to drive that ball. But about 4 minutes later, Cudi Pietro says, I can do that too. Nice job here. Tyler Derrick read it pretty well, but pushes out right to the corner. Couldn't have kicked that probably much better. Coming back the other way, here's Amo. Another one of his good-looking opportunities. Scrambling, almost able to put a foot on that. Nice job by Mail, though, of closing in and preventing that from developing. Here's another good look by the Toros there, collapsing down. But as we say, Forda played a spectacular game. Here comes Loudoun coming the other way. One quick touch, but no, James Murphy says not going to happen. Clears that away. Gotta love the effort defensively by that.
And looking at the stats, so just offensive domination by the Toros tonight, but could not get that second goal.
Yeah, outshooting Loudoun FC 25-6 and 8-2 on goal. That is a spectacular performance, and they actually advanced their possession just a little bit more. 9 offside, though, on the Toros. That may be the story of this one. Oh, what could have been, as the Toros had 2 goals taken off the board due to offside late in the second half.
And the 25 shots, the second most they've had in a game this year. Their club high this year is 27. Well, next games for these two, for Loudoun United, they've got a game in 4 days. Wednesday, September the 8th, they'll be back at home at Segra Park in Leesburg to take on the Charlotte Independents, a division opponent. 7 o'clock kickoff. Next game for the Toros, they'll be on the road at Colorado Springs, a division opponent for them, and that'll be next Saturday, 7 o'clock local time kickoff there. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. Loudoun United and the RGV Toros end up tied at 1. For Brian Smith, I'm Mark May and the rest of our USL broadcast crew. Good night from HEB Park in Edinburgh, Texas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.